Question 8. Examine 4 layers of the atmosphere, and in each gives 3 characteristics. Look here. The Earth, wholly surrounded by atmosphere, being an envelope of air which surrounds the whole of the Earth's surface. Now, immediately after the surface of the Earth, atmosphere observed to have varied conditions with the attitude. The most pronounced varied conditions are of temperature. So in the basis of this, it has been divided into a number of 4 layers. We have the layer in which temperature falls with the attitude. It is from 0 attitude to height of 15 kilometers in space. We have a layer in which temperature rises with the attitude. It extends from 15 to 50 kilometers. We have a layer in which temperature falls rapidly. It is from 50 kilometers to 80 kilometers. We have a layer in which temperature rises rapidly. This is known as troposphere. This is known as stratosphere. This is known as mesosphere. This is known as thermosphere. So this layer are what to be given, and in each we should give the profound characteristics. So this now. Atmosphere is a transparent envelope of air consisting of water, solid, particle, matters, and the gases surrounding the whole of the Earth's surface. It acts as protective shield against harmful solar radiant energy that would reach on the Earth's surface. Atmosphere immediately after the Earth's surface is not entirely the same in physical conditions. It has been recognized to have contrasting physical conditions of temperature with attitude. In response to this, it is divided into the following considerable layers, of which distinctively characterized. This include the following. Kwa layers means matabaka. Matabaka yanakuja kama kuna utofauti ndani ya kitu. Kwa hiyo atmosphere from the surface upward not absolutely the same. Ina variation, ina utofauti mostly in terms of temperature. You may find it at a certain portion, temperature has a certain dimension. The variation used to extend up to interplanetary space. So the varied temperature conditions make us to divide the atmosphere into a number of varied parties. So the varied parties are what we used to say layers of atmosphere. The layers are according to temperature variation. As I have given in the introduction, we have Troposphere, Stratosphere, Mesosphere, and the Thermosphere. So we should start with the first layer. So first, Troposphere. It is the first and atmospheric temperature layer very close to the surface of the AC planet. It extends from 0 altitude to 15 kilometer altitude in the space. The layer of troposphere recognized and established to have the following characteristics. Immediately after the surface, temperature inapungua with the altitude, lakini hii hali inaishia at a height of 15 kilometer in space. Temperature falls with altitude, but the condition used to end at a height of 15 kilometer in space. So this is quite different as it can be compared to the rest part of atmosphere. So it is recognized being considerable layer the layer differentiated by being named, tunapenda kuita kama troposphere. Tunaita troposphere with the word tropo. Tropo maana yake mixture, tukimaanisha ya kwamba kutokana na force of gravity materials yanakuwa much pulled and concentrated in the lower layer. Kwa ni sehemu ya atmosphere ambayo ina highest proportional mixture of different materials. So mixture means tropo. That's why we used to call it as troposphere, because of that nature. Now, the characteristics. 1, temperature gradually falls with altitude following uneven concentration of materials which make absorption and retention of heat radiated from the sun. Ndo sifa ya kwanza troposphere, kwamba temperature ina fall gradually with altitude, na hii nature inasababishwa kwa sababu chini kuna highest concentration of materials, thus much heat retained, lakini eneo la juu kuwa na low concentration of materials, it means less heat retained. So where less heat retained, temperature low; where much heat retained, temperature high. So temperature high in the lower, temperature low in the upper, it means temperature falls with altitude. 2, it has a lot of water vapor as lies closely to the surface, from which water derived in air rising. From the surface, air used to rise. Air ambazo zina rise ni moist. Thus, the layer supplied with moisture. Moisture contained, we say, water vapor. It means the layer has a lot of water vapor. It consists of about 75% of all gases and dust contained in the atmosphere due to force of gravity. In the space there is a natural force. Kuna nguvu asilia ambayo inavuta chini, inavuta vitu kwenda chini. We used to call it as gravitational attraction force. Thus, materials contained in the atmosphere, because of the force, pulled and concentrated in the lowermost part of atmosphere. So this has made the layer to have highest proportion of atmospheric materials. It is estimated to have 75% of all materials contained in the atmosphere. So this is another nature of troposphere. Remember, the question we have needs us to give the layers of atmosphere, the layers recognized as we consider variation of temperature condition with the attitude. If that taken into consideration, we used to have 4 layers. The layer of troposphere, in which temperature falls with the attitude, the layer of stratosphere, in which temperature rises with the attitude, the layer of mesosphere, in which temperature falls rapidly with the attitude, the layer of thermosphere, in which temperature rises rapidly with the attitude. Now we are through with the troposphere. Let us continue with the next layer of stratosphere. So, secondly,